Hi everybody, it's Chris, and welcome to another video by the Infinity System. This time around, we're dealing with safe spaces, the ins and outs of them. What are they? How do you use them? What's in them? First, the obvious question. What is a safe space? Well, a safe space can be defined as any place or location, real or mental, that provides a secure and emotionally safe environment for a person or a group of people. The physical and mental safe spaces share some commonalities. Let's go over them. First, it's a place to go when you're spinning out of control or having a flashback or feel anxious. It's a sheltered place where you feel comfortable and your anxiety and symptoms lessen. Now, as we've mentioned, there are two different types of safe spaces. Well, technically three, but we'll get to that in a minute. First are the physical safe spaces, which can be a location such as a spare room, a bathroom, a closet, a shed, a garage, basement, garden, park, forest, coffee shop, or even a bookstore. As you can see, there can be many different types of safe spaces if you don't happen to have a spare room or a spare closet in your house. Now, safe spaces may contain a lot of the same items that you'll find in your grounding box. Essentially, a grounding box is a small box or container that contains objects used to soothe you in case of an anxiety attack or even a flashback. These may contain candles, LED for safety, pillows, incense, or essential oils, essentially those same objects that you would find in the grounding box. But the advantage of safe space is that the grounding box items can be larger, say for example a number of stuffed animals or large toys, things like that. Books, comfort snacks, toys for the littles as we've just mentioned. Even music or videos can be a part of your safe space, whether they're played on the phone, computer, or tablet, and with content that is pre-approved by older system members. In addition, for the physical safe spaces, a safe space can also be a person, a friend, family member, or even an acquaintance that you know. Community groups can also be an important safe space. Interest groups like, say, a hobby, support groups, therapy groups, and even online groups, for example, on Reddit or Facebook, but these should be approached with caution. Misinformation is very easily found online. Now we come to the mental safe spaces, which can literally be just about anything. Places, thoughts, or people where you feel or felt safe in the past. Again, books, movies. These are actually very common amongst system and trauma survivors to read the same type of books and watch the same movies or listen to the same music over and over again. We tend to get stuck on certain things. Comfort media, as we like to call it. For example, we like to watch the Disney movie Pollyanna. Now, the reason behind this is actually basic psychology. As trauma victims, we are used to uncertainty, and we need that certainty in certain emotions, the predictability, in order to feel safe in ourselves and in our surroundings. So a lot of times we'll watch the same movies over and over again because we already know what's going to happen. We know the emotions that this piece of media is going to provoke in us, and we take comfort in them. So the next time that you've watched, say whatever it is that here's your comfort thing, 3 times on repeat, realize that there is in fact an actual reason for you to be doing this. It's not all that uncommon. Now, you can also accentuate these mental safe spaces by physically providing the positive triggers that go along with your 5 senses. For example, one of our favorite mental safe spaces is our grandmother's kitchen, where she would bake and cook all the time. So when we want to stimulate that feeling in particular, and that particular safe feeling, we'll put on, say, baking pie sets. We'll put on the same type of environment, the same type of smells, the same type of touch, the same type of taste. All of these are helping to re-engage your brain and are building on top of resources that you already actually have. So, doesn't this run close to actually just dissociating the mental safe spaces? Well, yes. And while we're not stating that dissociation is healthy, after all, it is our coping mechanism and what we're best at, and this could be the only option for some, there is an importance to not getting lost in the memories. This importance is having a person to check in with. One of those same aforementioned, say your spouse or your friend or even an acquaintance, just somebody to check in with you when you know that you're under duress to make sure that you come out of where you are. So those are the basic 3 different types of safe spaces: the physical, the personal or people, and also the mental safe spaces. Now, when are you going to use these? Well, anytime that you feel overwhelmed or stressed out and your normal tools aren't working. So when you're spinning out, when you're starting to go into a flashback, or any time that you feel that spiral start to tighten in your chest, and know that you're headed for the brink. So as an example, we'll tell you about our safe space. Our safe space is actually located in our closet. We're lucky to have an actual physical space where we were able to put it. Now, how it came about was something of a shock to us. Christopher had just begun to front, was undergoing his the trauma memories and working through his traumas. And one weekend after a particularly tough therapy session, we were absolutely, or rather I, was absolutely just driven to clear out our closet, to box everything up and, get it out in the shed to create a clear area. We have some old couch cushions that we put in there for Christopher to sit on, or for us to sit on when we need it, because we do use it as an adult, as Chris, me, myself as well. It's kind of a box within a box within a box type of thing. But what we realized, what was going on, was that Christopher was passively or actively influencing us to create a safe space where when he gets freaked out or we get freaked out, we can go and put our back against the wall, curl up in the fetal position, and wait for the waves of ick to pass. So there's a little bit about our safe space. Go ahead and sound off in the comments section below with any tips or tricks or unique safe space ideas that you may have or that are working for you. We ask that you click like, share, and subscribe, and go ahead and hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. And last, and certainly not least, as always, we remind you that you are loved, that you are strong, and that you are not alone. I'm Chris. Thanks for watching.